What a load of bloody awesome information. Yeah, that's what this is going to be. What a load of bloody awesome information. I was actually driving along in the 120, you can hear it still running. And I thought, let me open up that app and see if it actually works again, because I haven't used it for like months or over months. I've used it few and far between, because why would I? But anyway, as usual, reliably as usual, I click on the, obviously while I'm stopped at the lights or pulled over and put it in park, because you can't touch your phone, of course. While I'm stopped, I touch the OBD Mate app, which is designed to work with the Autophix 3210, who you get from Autophix Australia, Trevor Ryan in Australia. So just putting it out there, that's where I got it, that's where people are getting them. Never really heard, never heard of it until Trevor mentioned the Autophix. Out of all the units we had a look at for your everyday punter that wants to be able to read and clear DTCs, it's quite simple, easy to use, easy to set up, and seems to be reliable. And I've done other videos showing you this, but for the people that missed it, because the reason I called this video, what a load of awesome information, because we've got a load of awesome information, but one of the main important ones here is that load reading. Okay, so that load. Now, this vehicle's engine and injection fuel system is in peak operating condition. So this is a good one to show you what everything should look like. I was just going to go through a description what these readings are, why I've got them up there, and what they're telling you. Okay, so starting with the what a load up on the top left, load. Okay, let me explain load. I've done it before, it's in other videos also, so make sure when you finish watching this you search our channel for, just search the word load in the search bar. There's a bar there to search whatever you want to search. And while I'm at it, let me just quickly mention again, let me help you. Right, let me help you by saying, if you've seen a video or two or three of mine and you like it, don't immediately think you need to contact me and somehow obtain personal service. I'm very busy, and as much as I'd like to speak to everybody, every one of you, and that's what I used to do, to service every one of you, I'm unable to do that. So every time I make a video like this that goes for about 10 minutes, that saves me having a telephone conversation, discussion with tens of thousands of people for 10 minutes. That's what I like about it. Okay, so help me help you and watch the videos. There's a few ways you can support yourself and support me and help. If you want to support me, this is what you do. Please watch the videos, watch them till the end, watch them as they come out. Watch an extra one that didn't come out that day if you're behind, so that you can catch up. It's not a big task. If they're 10-minute videos, that's 20 minutes a day. Or save them all up for the weekend and put a couple of hours in, just like watching a movie, and get yourself educated about your second biggest investment. The other thing you can do is, please subscribe, turn the bell on, press the like button every time. Straight away, as soon as you start the video, just pause it and press the like button. The other thing you can do is, if you do need any of the parts we talk about and any of the parts kits we supply, those injector kits, the Prado front wheel hub bearing kits, or the Hilux ones, whatever, or the big front engine kit, please follow directions in all the posts. There's one video called How to Contact Me. I think that explains it. Basically, Monday mornings from 8 AM, if everybody could make contact Monday morning, Melbourne time, from 8 AM till midday kind of thing, and then we can get most of all the orders taken and get them all packed and get them out on Monday. That makes it so that we can get a lot of other work and other aspects of the business done throughout the week. If you're urgent, obviously shoot the message through anytime you can and we'll make it happen, obviously unless we're on holidays. Quick word of warning, COVID-19, we've been working double, so when this is all over we're going to be working half or less, so look out. I may be really hard to get a hold of, even harder, but all our service is available in the VIP group. So once you're a VIP, you won't have any questions if you use the search function in that group and on the YouTube channel. You certainly won't. If you can't find it, it's too hard, then just watch all the videos and same thing, you'll solve the problem, you won't have any questions. But look, I've already chewed 5 minutes into this video, but I hope that's been helpful for both of us. Bada bing, let's talk about these load readings. So the load reading, as you can see, and I've said it before, This is a 120 Prado, 1KD FTV with a 5-speed auto. I'm going to do a separate video actually coming soon, another reason to subscribe and turn the bell on. And we're going to talk about this load reading up here, this one, right? Because it varies from vehicle to vehicle, and we can't cover every vehicle and every diesel vehicle, but we can cover all the common ones we work on. So I mean, whether they're in a Hilux or a Prado, and whether they're auto or manual, and which auto, they all vary a little bit. And I think this load reading is what this load reading right here is one of the most important readings. Don't worry too much about what it means. It's as simple as the word says, load. Anything that adds a load or creates a resistance on that. I just had a bee shit on me. Oh, oops, I swore. A bee crap on me? What's a bee stuff called? Oh, that's lovely, that is. I copped a bee poo on the forehead. I've got the window open, right? So this is sitting at the right-hand driver's vent, and I got the window open, and look, you know, sorry for swearing, I had a bee feces on me. How do you say it when a bee craps on you? I don't know. Anyway, not too bad. It could have been a bird. It might get worse if it's a bird. But so look, the load reading. This is a absolutely perfect scenario. 10 to 11%. See that? You know, in neutral or park with a warmed up engine. And look, it all makes a big difference, because while the oil's thicker, colder conditions, this is kind of like mediocre conditions, fully warmed up oil, including the transmission oil, you know, 20-minute drive type stuff. So that's what you should be looking at. Once you see 11 or 12, that's cool, no problem. Even 13 or 14 is not a problem, okay? You know, if everything else is in check, then 13, 14 is kind of middle of the road. It might mean you've got some wear on your injectors, or it might mean there's something else that needs doing. But 13, 14, there's nothing wrong with that. Once you get to 15, 16, again, as long as there's nothing else wrong with the vehicle, anything else creating a load, alternator, batteries, you've got your fan, you've got your air conditioning on, any of these sorts of things, anything creating a load, it doesn't take much. Once it gets to about 15, 16 and above in this vehicle, it's time that you need to start looking at all the other readings. And when load goes up, injection volume goes up. The main injection period goes longer. They're the three main readings I like. I've said it before in other videos, so this is not just about this little app that's awesome. They're the three readings that you need to look at when you're doing your diagnostic. Sure, look at the individual feedback values, but they're much less important than those three readings, okay? But if you've got one of those at 3, 4 or 5, you've obviously got a problem. But I assure you, when you've got that, the other three readings are going to be out as well. So they're going to give you a better indication, usually. I'll say usually. Again, it varies from vehicle to vehicle. There's a lot of variables, which is why this is a specialist area. So don't expect too much of yourself becoming a specialist, even if you watch every single one of my videos, because it's quite complicated. It's taken me years to master one engine. Okay, I suppose I could do all diesels, but if I had to remember all diagnostics, every number of every different diesel engine, mate, I wouldn't have time to share any of it with you. So, I hope you understand with the load, that's the awesomeness of the load. ECT, that's the engine coolant temperature. I'll just talk about that one quickly as well, because there's a little bit of confusion going on. Normally they do idle at 83. This one, it idles a little bit hot, so don't worry about that. It was a new thermostat about a year, 18 months ago. So that's what you get for putting a new thermostat in. Don't touch the thermostat. If there was 10,000 Prados, there'd be one that might be a few degrees out, and quite often it's just at idle, and it operates perfectly fine the rest of the range. And that's what happens with this. So it might idle a little bit high, but it doesn't run any hotter in general, because once it starts opening at the next couple of degrees up, it's open and flowing, and the rest of the cooling system's in peak condition as well. It's not a new radiator, it's 12 years old. It might get a new one soon, we'll see. Okay, the ECT being at 83, that's after you warmed it up and you're sitting in a cool place, not in massive hot traffic or anything like that, just a normal cool place, sitting there idling. It should settle to about 83. But 84 or 85 is okay, guys. It won't run cool. If it runs at 79, you need a thermostat. That's when you need a thermostat. If it's running at 79 or 80 and it just won't warm up, you need a thermostat. If you're seeing 82, 83, 84, 85 at idle, that's fine. Don't touch the thermostat. You've also got to look at it when you're driving though as well, and generally the thermostat's not the cause of a problem of it going over 90 degrees. It's normally got to do with, you know, other issues, airflow problems we talked about again in other videos. The map reading, that's like your boost or your you know, your PSI, whatever. That's all normal. If you've got the map reading up around about these sorts of readings, 90, 94, whatever, 95, thereabouts is fine. MAF reading, that'll be about right with a clean air filter. With if you've got that flow reduction anyway, and the power at idle. This is why with the Optimus charge so well without any DC charger needed, because with a voltage booster diode you're seeing these sorts of charge rates, and when you're driving you can even see 14.2, 14.3, 14.5, which is really good, and it tells you your EGR position, which you can see, very important again. Well, not really, you don't need to know what it is, but you can learn how it works. As you accelerate, that number goes down. That's your percentage of your EGR. At the moment it's, say, 87% open or flowing. As you back off, you'll see it briefly go to 100%, because that's your turbo pressure trying to go backwards through the EGR cooler. That's what it does. That's why you don't block it. It whistles through that little hole. But then as you accelerate, that percentage goes lower because it's less EGR. Anyway guys, that about caps this one off. It was mainly about load. What a load of information. Hopefully you like that. I fitted as much as I could in about 11 minutes. Bada bing. Please subscribe, turn the bell on, press the like button on all the videos, and the other thing you can do guys is share. Please share the videos, share them to your friends. I said it before, if you want to help support me, that's awesome, and I know people do, because I get the messages, mate, really want to support what you do. If you want to support what I do, help this channel grow by sharing the videos to other social media places so that it can grow, and then it'll pay me $1 that I can put in more time and give you even more videos, helping even more people. And you know what? I'm happy to do videos and work on cars less. So, bada bing, bada boom, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching guys, see ya.